Before I start, I just want to give a quick shout out to my CC. They've been here for a long time, and I had a mass rank up just now, just as I'm recording this. Basically for the guys that have been there for a long time and deserve a rank up. So if you do want to join, obviously join my CC. It seems to be, every time I go in there, it's quite funny because they've got their own little community. They just sort of get on with it. Like, not get on with it, but they just sort of have their own little community, even without me. Like, they also wanted me to make a Discord. I mean, you can see just now, I was actually talking before I even typed it, and yeah, it just reminded me. But I'll leave the link to my Discord down in the description. If you want to go and have a look at that, we can have like some PK trips or something, or just chill in the CC and talk to the guys in there. I'll try and pop in there as much as I can. I use quite a few Discords myself. So I've wanted to make a flipping video for a while. I actually tried to make one last week when my friend gave me an extra 500 mil and I started with 1 bill. And tried to make a video flipping for about 3 hours. It didn't really work because that's not really how flipping should be. It's not really the thing that you sort of do at one time. It's more something that sort of goes on in the background, so in between PK trips, or in between PVM trips, skilling, or even just sleeping. So it's the sort of thing that you do as a little side project and make as much money as you can. It's also quite satisfying to see a really green GE. So one of my favourite items to do was actually a Bandos Tassets pretty much throughout the whole video. Like towards the end I sort of get an idea as to what the best things to flip are. But Bandos Tassets stay quite consistent throughout. I was making 150k per Bandos Tassets at this point, and I did buy 5 of them, which is quite a nice profit. Dragon Ball hammers, they are a little bit expensive. By the time I got to the end of the video, I knew that it wasn't very good. However, I did make 280k on them Dragon Ball hammers, and I had 3 of them. The Din's Bolt was actually just a tester. I only made 100k on it. Yeah. The Spectrals I actually didn't make anything actually. I think I lost 200k on these Spectrals. So on these Spectrals I actually lost 600k, which yeah, isn't too great, but there we go. I guess that's the risk of flipping. Normally there's not too much risk, but there we go. These Din's Bulwarks actually made 850k per Din's Bulwark, and I had 4 of them. If only I bought more of them, that would have been so good. Very, very good. The AGSs I actually lost 90k on them. Quite a small margin. But yeah, luckily I only bought 3 of them. Dragon Ball hammers again, quite a decent margin. However, I did spend a lot of money on them in the first place, so it was 180k times the 4 of them that I had, and the SGSs were 140k profit each, and I had 5 of them. The AGSs, you can see I had 5 of them right now, and they were 110k each. Not too bad. The ACBs here, you can see that I made 130k per one, and I had 5 of them, so that's quite a decent little offer. The Primordial boots, I made 160k per boot, or per pair of boots even. And I did try and do some arcane, so a very large investment, like 200 and something mil investment. However, I did hit quite lucky. I got 730k margin, and I did do 2 of them. The bludgeons made 140k on per one, and I did sell 3 of them. I did have an offer for 5, but they didn't sell eventually. I think the prices were going a bit too crazy at the time. The bludgeons I made 140k on, and I had 5 of them. Pretty good. The Eternal boots I made 320k, huge margin for such a small investment. Unfortunately, I only had 3 of them. If I could have bought so much more and made so much money. Missed a bit of a trick there, but there we go. Spectrals 150k per margin, and I bought 4 of them. These 2 Spectrals here I made 320k on. Very, very good actually. The staffs I made 180k per staff of the dead. Again, a huge margin, but once again I only bought 2 of them. Could have made so much more if I put more money into them. These Pegasian boots, I made 180k per Pegasian boots. I had 5 of them, so yeah, very, very big margin, around sort of 700k profit. The Anguishes I only made 5k on. I was going to say 500k, but no, it was actually 5. Spears, huge margin, 130k, very, very good, especially for such a cheap item as well. I must have got lucky there. That's not normal at all. So yeah, I bought 7 of them and made a huge, lovely profit. The Anguishes, I lost 90k on, and I had 9 of them. Very, very big loss. Here we come in again with the Tassies, 140k profit. per one of those, and I had 6. Very cool profit. This one was huge. Look, the books, 130k profit per Majors book, and I bought 11 of them. Now that is what we call very lucky. Also have a look at this one. Look, 130k profit on Primordial Boots. Not too good of a margin. However, I did buy 8, which is very good. The Fugazions, again, similar price to the Primordials. I doubled the profit margin. However, unfortunately, I only bought 4. So yeah, it didn't work out too well there, but yeah, they are quite expensive. The Master ones, I made 100k profit on per wand, and I had 10 of them, so yeah, very good margin. The Banos chest plates, I made 120k profit per one of those, and I had 8 of them. Very good, like that's 1 mil profit or something, like just under 1 mil profit. Look at this, another huge margin on the ones, 110k margin, and I bought 10 of those. Huge margin. That's like 1 mil flip for like a 60 mil investment. No, sorry, 70 mil investment. Majors books, 80k profit per one of those. 10 of them bought. A nice 800k. The Master ones, 30k profit per one. A very small margin. However, I did buy 20 of them. A little bit of a risk. Didn't really pay off. Could have been a lot better. The Majors book, again, took quite a big risk. Lost 15k on the Majors books times 17. That's quite a huge. Luckily, it's a small margin, but yeah, big investment. Look at this one. Look, Primordial Boots. This is probably my biggest flip. Absolutely huge. 350k profit per Primordial Boots, and I bought 18k of them. That is 6.3 mil profit overnight for doing absolutely nothing. Very good. And the Primordial Boots, again, I took a huge risk. Look, I invested 500 mil into Primordial Boots. So I ended up buying 26 of them. Well, I actually bought 25 of them, but I had an offer 26 in. Unfortunately, I only made 85k profit per boots. It could have been a lot more. But yeah, I was quite pleased with that because it was a huge risk. Didn't work out too bad, I guess. And the bludgeons are huge. Unfortunately, I missed the actual screenshot of it selling and buying, but you can see from the history. Look at this. Look, 560k profit per bludgeon for 5 of them. That's 2.5 mil profit. Very nice. More Primordial Boots, 150k profit per one of those, and I bought 6. And finally, to finish off, I did buy these Furies. Look at this. Look, 120k profit on a Fury. That's absolutely crazy. I bought them so low, and they went up overnight. Very strange for a Fury. Normally quite a steady price. Times that by 11 for a very nice profit. I mean, you could see sort of halfway through them. I think it was about sort of 75-80% of the way through them flips. The Zora got nerfed, so everyone was dumping. Not only Zora, but like that whole sort of. I'm sure you know about it, but the big massive controversy over Zora being nerfed and all the sort of other things like that. It was very risky because things were dropping very quickly. So you could pick up an absolute bargain. As you can see with the Primordial Boots Red, that 6.3 mil profit, very risky, but did pay off, fortunately. But things that people use for mage, like wands, mage's book, even staffs, and even the things that you wouldn't even think of, like torture enemies, I lost a hell of a lot on just that one night. I think I lost, I don't know, like 1 mil just in that one night, or a couple of mil just in that one night of madness. I tried to avoid flipping for a few, I think it was like 2 days until the prices went back to normal, so I didn't lose too much money. So I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I hope it is informative really. I mean, I wasn't really flipping, well, I wasn't flipping at all until about a few months ago, until my friend told me about it. I mean, obviously I knew about it, but I didn't really, I don't know, obviously I knew about it, I knew how to do it and whatever, but he just sort of, I don't know, ignited a little flame of interest in me. And now I make all this money quite easily. We made a total of 62.1 mil profit in the 2 weeks of logging on, between 2 and, I don't know, about 10, maybe probably less than that actually, about 2 and 8 times per day of doing a very little, just checking the GE, updating your offers and that sort of stuff. So I would highly recommend making that. I mean, obviously made, what, sort of 10%, just over 10% of my cash stack in 2 weeks. So that's, obviously the more you put in, the more you get out of it, sort of thing. Obviously if you have 1 mil, you're pretty likely to make about 120k or something. which yeah, obviously isn't too great, but once you have a high stack, it is so easy to make the money. But yeah, I'd recommend doing this even if you have, I don't know, like 10 mil or whatever. And it is a very easy and very AFK thing to do. So as for now, on the day that I'm releasing this, Inferno has actually been out for a few hours, so I will be going hard trying to work out how to do the thing. So probably my next video will be something to do with that, I would imagine. However, if it's not, I will try and get a PK video out, and then get my head around Inferno sometime after that. So thanks very much for watching, hope you did enjoy this video, and see you later.